Right, guys, Doctor Who, the ratings are in again, obviously. We've got the overnight ratings, but we also have the 7-day ratings for the previous weekend, plus BBC iPlayer. They're kind of about what you'd expect. I mean, they're really bad, basically. So the last episode 3 was the lowest overnight ratings of all time, with a little over 2 million for Doctor Who, which is real bad. The previous lowest was 2.2 million. Now, lots of people may suggest that Disney Plus will play a factor in that. They've been, very, very quiet on Doctor Who. Considering they've invested money in this, you'd think that they would be, shouting from the rooftops if they could try in some way to manipulate the numbers. I would imagine they are unable to. But it's not good. I mean, the going excuse that most people seem to have for Doctor Who's failing numbers is, well, the weather's good, or it's on BBC iPlayer, or dog ate my homework, I guess. I don't know what the excuses are. They're laughable. They're pathetic. And yeah, the numbers aren't great. I mean, the BBC iPlayer numbers aren't great. Again, the actual BBC iPlayer numbers do seem to cap out about the 200 to 300,000 mark. That's it. That's not good. So let's take a look, right? And we'll go one by one. So, well, we'll do two, I guess. So episode 1 and episode 2, they showed back to back 2.6, 2.4. So they lost 200,000 people on that night. Then plus 7, they lost a little over, what's that? 4,000. So, no, yeah, 40, 4,000, 40,000, 40,000, because it's 3.6. Yeah.
So 3.6 is 3,670,000. So yeah,
they
lost
40,000.
Yeah, they lost 40,000 people. That's crazy.
So they lost 40,000 with the 7-day.
Yeah.
Then when it came to the 7-day plus BBC iPlayer, they lost 100,000.
Wow.
Which is not good. That's not good at all. Yeah. And then episode 3, here we have it. 2.04, lowest of the low. 3.38. And then 3.58. So very bad, actually. Very, very bad. Now from episode 2 to episode 3, for the overall BBC iPlayer included, they have now lost, again, seems to be, capping out at that 300,000 mark that they seem to be losing, right? Or they have done, sort of, they boosted it up. And now, so episode 1, plus 7 to plus 7 plus BBC iPlayer, they've gained 300,000. But when it comes to episode 3, sorry, with the overall accumulation, they've lost, 300,000.
They're losing ground across the board. Yeah.
And I'm just speaking numbers now. Bloody confusing me. But they're losing it, basically.
Yeah.
And now we've got episode 4, which did go up. It did go up to 2.62. Now, I don't know why that is. It's not going to be weather. I don't think it's going to be a weather situation. Weather was neither good nor bad. It was fine. I think from what I can remember, there was some form of sports on. I don't follow whatever sports was on TV. So there apparently might have been a carryover from that. I don't know. But 2.62, let's be objective about it. It did go up. This is still not good, though.
Oh.
This is still genuinely atrocious when they used to have figures in the 10 million overnight viewers, right? It used to be 10 million. 10 million. 10 million. Now we're at 2.62, and people are trying to claim that that's positive somehow. So there you go. I mean, there's the figures. We've only just got episode 3, the BBC iPlayer figures included in all of this. We had the episode 4 figures yesterday. So what do you guys think?
I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not. I mean, Doctor Who's been going downhill for a long time now. This is not, you know, uh, surprising. I've been covering this for a bit. At least, episode 4 popped back up to like just over the level of episode 1. I'm sure you still have Eurovision going on, I think. Plus,
No,
you don't.
one night.
It was just
Eurovision's
one
one
night.
night.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, I thought that was like a multi-week event, but
No.
all right.
Well, I don't
Anyway,
know. I think it's just one night. I'm pretty certain it's just
uh,
one night.
I don't have any idea. But anyway, so but yeah, but you can see that it kind of jumped up. Now, what's funny to me about this, and most people may not know this because nobody's watching the show, but the doctor properly pissed off. I mean, just wasn't he just he took a break from the show. So we had a companion adventure in the latest one, 73 yards, and I would say that helped the ratings. What does that tell you about, Fruity Gatwa? What does that tell you? Might not be
Yeah,
popular.
well, he's not exactly a well-liked fellow. Yeah, these figures are not good.
No.
There does seem to be a concerted effort from, mainstream sort of media to try to spin this as somehow positive. They're like, oh my God, this season's hit a record. I mean, yes, strictly speaking, that's true, I guess. This season did hit a record of 2.62 million. I mean, yay, go 2. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a record. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with it. It is technically a record, but I mean, it's not a good record. It doesn't stack up well with anything else. That's pretty bad, quite frankly. And now we then had interviews with RTD, the retarded, coming out and saying, well, actually, you're never going to find, I'm never going to tell you what the villain was saying to the companion. We're not going to do that at all, in fact. So just mystery box seems to be from the same school as J.J. Abrams and Damon Lindelof. So that's good, I guess, isn't it? That's always good. Love that. Literally, he didn't even know what they were saying because this seems to be a thing that apparently the episode, people were running away from the companion because some weird villain was telling them things, and you're never going to find out. There you go. Mystery box, I guess, for God's sake.
Yay.
Absolutely ridiculous. God damn. And I'm guessing, Tom, you don't have too much to say on this, do you, buddy?
Not really. Sorry, guys. Doctor
No, it's
Who is
fine.
not my domain.
Yeah,
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
I look, and when I look at this, I just look at the way it maths. I mean, it's not mathing well. It's trending downwards despite this most recent overnight number, which could be a fluke. I mean, maybe you don't have like a reality program on that most people would watch or something.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So I don't think, I think you're right. I think it is a fluke. I think the +7 +4 screen BBC iPlayer numbers. So what would be here, right? Where my mouse is now. When they come in, which will obviously, we'll cover next week on the show.
Right.
When those figures come in, I don't think it will be any more than 3.5 million.
Wow.
Like at all. I cannot see that translating over to that. I think actually this would have been as you say, a bit of a fluke on that, on the overnight figures. It may be that BBC counted it, a certain, because we don't know how they count it. You've got to remember this. We don't know how they're counting the figures. It could just be people who were on it for like a minute and then they're counting that as a view. We don't know. But I think the +7 TV +4 screen BBC iPlayer, all that jazz, will not be any more than 3.5 million. I just cannot see that happening. I could be wrong, of course, but I highly doubt it. Because the interest consecutively, week on, week out, is dropping. Why would it spike suddenly when clearly the word of mouth is bad? And we know the word of mouth is bad is because Rotten Tomatoes still hasn't allowed any new reviews. Rotten Tomatoes still isn't allowing new reviews. They're locked from the 14th of May.
Wow.
Shocking.
They really don't want this exposed for what it is. And I mean, the problem is the establishment can't control anything anymore. And that, I mean, this is the way they react. So.
Mm. Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's a
It's not
shame.
good.
Like you said, I mean, I kind of miss the good days of Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah. Golden Nuggets for £5. Thank you so much. Says, why do I think this was the best episode of Doctor Who so far? Because Fruity was barely in it. Yeah. I mean, I think that seems to be what a lot of people have sort of, that's the vibe that a lot of people have got.
Yeah.
And we've got one from. Oh no, that is right. That's that. So we got for that. We've got some other super chats for other topics there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, there's not much else really to say, to be honest. We could sort of do a prediction. What do you think the episode 4 +7 TV +4 blah 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 will end up being?
I still think it'll be a tick above 3 million, but not much more.
Do you? Right. Okay.
Yeah. The only reason,
you think it'll only do what? Only an extra 400,000 +7 plus TV plus BBC iPlayer. Really, I think that's wrong.
I mean, my assumption is more people watched it overnight on their television than they did on their screens. So I think it'll tick down on the 7 + 4. I think it'll tick down to like 3.1, 3.5. Excuse me, 3.15 or 19 or something like that. I think it's going to lose another 400,000 overall. It can't do anything but, I feel like those 600,000 people that came back to watch overnight, they didn't just appear from nowhere. So my guess is those numbers will just be shown over on the 7 + 4 side at the very end column. But we won't know for a whole week because they are hiding these numbers until Tuesday the following week. So it's insane.
I know, and they still haven't released. Remember the Audience Appreciation Index? They've not released that yet.
That's true. And you know what else they haven't given us? Disney minus numbers.
Oh, I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Disney's not said a word about anything yet.
No.
Which if they could spin it as something positive, like they tried to do for Ahsoka, they would be trying with this, but they haven't. So speaks volumes. Lex Kane's TV and movies reviews sent in £4.99. Says, what mega views RTD? Not 10 million anymore. Was old Ruby Sunday telling people who ran away the BBC license fee going up? I like that. That's funny. You don't get that, do you, Culture?
Well, I mean, Ruby Sunday. Yeah.
You don't get it. Anyway, he's trying to insinuate that Ruby Sunday was trying to tell people that the BBC license fee was going up. BBC license fee is what you have to pay in the UK to watch TV.
No, I'm familiar with that, but I thought that they'd locked that in, or did they decide to raise it again?
Oh, I don't know. The UK's a shithole. They do what they want or whenever they want, it seems. So it's just a joke, mate.
Does anybody actually maintain a TV license anymore?
Very few people. Very few people. I mean, Doctor Who is through BBC Studios anyway, which is their, business arm. So,
all right.
Or it seems to be anyway. The deal with Disney is through their business arm. But anyway, there you go. I mean, my prediction is 3.5 million. I don't think it will go. I don't think it will go any more than 3.5 million. I'll be very surprised if it does.
Oh, I thought it would go down a bit, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm cautionary about giving it to. I don't know yet, because I don't know whether it's going to bottom out at 3.5 million as a total, and that's it. That's what I mean, right? There's a lower bracket that it's going to stick to.
Yeah,
and I don't know that is about the 3.5 million mark.
Yeah, and the video I put out at 5 o'clock this morning my time, so that it would make it into the UK market. I said rock bottom. That was what I put on the thumbnail, because I think it's probably bottomed out at this point. I think you're always going to have 3.5 million people that forget to turn their television off.
Yeah,
at 6:58 British summertime.
just 3 million woke tards sucking down RTDs. Bloody
Yeah.
RTD juice. Right, anyway, let's shuffle on.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's shuffle on.